So we'll jump right into it because I'm on a strict timer of 8 minutes and we got a lot to cover. So when it comes to hiring, we need speed and accuracy. And according to the Executive Corporate Board, the average day a position is open costs a company $500. And I work in IT and specialize within the AI space, and the average position is open for 68 days. And that's costing a company $34,000 for that open position. So with AI technology, we're going to be able to help reduce that time that it takes to be able to fill a position. And according to a study by G&A Partners, HR spends 73% of its time on administrative tasks. And that's taking away from time that's crucial during the hiring process when HR and recruiters are spending time on non-key skills that we could be doing. So, and about 65% of recruiting tasks, such as resume screening and interviewing, will be replaced by AI systems, according to Dr. Terry Horton. And we're going to dive into that a little bit deeper. But and then Maya, a AI recruitment software company, which is one of the most well-known right now in the marketplace, it says, in recruiting, the human touch is everything. Allow technology to be your ally and spend time on the candidates most likely to succeed. And so how is AI going to do this? So through automation and prediction. With AI, we're going to be able to automate simple tasks, such as selecting the candidates, interviewing, and engaging. How many of you are responsible here for hiring? You hire candidates directly for your company. And how many times have you gone through a process? Maybe you were dealing with a candidate for over 2 months, and you went through a really long process to secure this candidate. And then maybe a couple days before they're supposed to start that position, they ended up not taking the job. Has anyone been there? Yeah, so it's something that happens. And with AI, if we are able to predict who is most likely to do that, if we had 2 equal candidates that we felt were qualified for the job, that we felt could perform the job, and that we could also be able to predict how likely are they to stay in that position. But if AI was to be able to tell us or give us an indication who's most likely to succeed in that position, it could help us make an informed decision. Of course, we're still dealing with humans, so they ultimately have their own decisions and can change their mind. But what if we had more probabilities and able to make a better decision based upon those statistics? And then as for selecting, interviewing, engaging, we're going to jump into that here. So selecting, when we post a job nowadays, we can get thousands of applicants. And 78 to 87% of them are not even relevant to the position posted. And the average HR or recruiting professional only spends 6 seconds on a resume. But when you're dealing with thousands of resumes, that's a lot of time that we're spending that we could be doing working with the candidates that are actually most likely to succeed. So with AI, we'll be able to use software to pull the best candidates that match that job description or whatever data we give the AI tools to be able to pull the best candidates for us, helping to automate our process. Let me skip this one. So, and then another way that AI is going to be able to help us to eliminate those administrative tasks is by scheduling and interviewing. So there's already tons of software out there that can do this. I don't know if any of you guys use Calendly already. It's a great tool for scheduling. But there's even more powerful AI software that if for whatever reason a candidate drops out of during the interview process, but it's already scheduled with your hiring manager, you can actually have another candidate pulled through AI software, pull them into that slot, not wasting any time and keeping the process going. And same thing with the hiring manager. If someone drops out of they call in sick that day, the software can pull who else could be qualified to do that interview. And AI video interviews is actually with facial recognition software and computer vision, they'll be able to even have the ability to read body language and to be able to tell, is this person, how are they communicating? And so during especially initial screening, this can help us to make better decisions from the beginning versus waiting till a candidate comes in. And even nowadays, we deal with a lot of remote candidates. So to be able to read them through body language or computer software is going to help us to make better decisions again. And chatbot platforms, this is a hot topic right now, but to be able to automate those questions and to have candidates be able to fill out simple questions that we would ask them, and we waste, every time we talk to a candidate, we ask them the same simple questions. So chatbots will allow us to ask those questions automatically. And consistency. So, AI and eliminating biases is a whole nother topic, but to be able to create consistency in the interview process and to ask the same questions over and over in the same way, because as humans, we can change the tone, the way we ask it, and even the questions. So AI will help keep that consistency. The candidate experience, I mean, this is everything because you're ultimately representing your brand when you're engaging with candidates. So with AI, it'll be able to keep the communication consistent and to keep it constant. Because when you're dealing with dozens of jobs, it's very difficult to keep in touch with all the candidates that you're dealing with. I mean, with the thousands of applicants, plus the people that are in the top running, it's a lot of communication. So with AI, they'll be able to connect instantly when they apply for a job. They'll be able to get answers if they have questions during the process. And also it'll help us speed through the process. And again, your candidate experience is representing your brand because if a candidate has a bad experience, they're likely to share that experience. But if they have a good experience, they're more likely to share that they had a good experience and that they would recommend that job even if they didn't get the position with the company. So where are we at today with AI? Well, as you know, the robots aren't here yet, but I would say that AI, they say that 92% of talent acquisition professionals are already using AI technology, but very few of them are using it every day. So that tells me that there is a lot of opportunity still for AI. And as Mariana said earlier, don't wait until the perfect time, but start implementing the technology now and how you can. Google Hire, which is the AI software that Google's using for their internal recruitment, they said that it helped cut down simple tasks by 84%. And AI is projected to calculate, right now it's only a $640 million industry, but it's going to be almost a $37 billion industry. So again, that tells me that there's a lot of opportunity. And Deloitte calls it one of the 10 major trends changing everything about how we build, manage the world of work. And of course, I think this will be a common theme you're going to hear throughout the night, but the human element. AI is going to help us to automate these processes, but ultimately it's still up to us to make the final decision. And who are we going to hire? AI is going to help to automate these processes, but it's still up to us to complete them and to make the most informed decision. So as HR professionals and people responsible for hiring, I would encourage you to see how you can start implementing it and using this to help you and your workplace make better decisions. Thank you.